Hey, so I'm watching the video, Nick Matei, that youngest prodigy, and it made me think. And they hit a little bit on the midterms. Well, then I realized I have an opinion on the midterms. So actually, the midterms are, to me, compared to cutting off the head of the snake and saving the world from terrorism. Um, is a lifetime opportunity worth, that's priceless. That is worth 2 years in office. And to who cares about the midterms? And number two, when you're a president, you do the right thing for the people. And guess who we the people are? We the people are the sane right, because the Democrats are possessed. The far right, I guess, what they're talking now, are possessed. So they're not really Americans anymore. All these protesters for Palestine, Islam, and terrorist supporters, those aren't we the people. So if it were me, um, and you're a president and you're for the people and you're under God, one nation under God for the people, and you're doing the right thing, to me, God is on your side. You no longer have to be concerned about the lies, the propaganda, that mainstream media wickedness, because God is on your side. That's the biggest thing. That's the only thing that matters. And they are not the people. They're no longer Americans in my mind, as far as I'm concerned. They're possessed, and they're Islam lovers and terrorist lovers and they're not our moral equivalent, and they are no longer constitutional believing, abiding, capitalist Americans that all need to be put in jail or deported, okay, and mental hospitals. So if God is for you, who can be against you? Whether Trump wins the midterms or not, God is going to finish what he started, with this miracle of setting the whole world free. And like I said, that is worth way more than midterms. 2 more years of his life when he can save the world. And this kid is talking something about how much we give Israel in military aid. And it makes sense how to give them the most we can compared to what we are giving them is just like pennies to us. If we give them so much more, I don't know what he's saying about it, but to me that sounds good, because that sounds like they're the most powerful under us. We could make them more powerful. And then, yeah, I would say if I could get my prayers answered, that I pray that Trump does everything in his power as commander in chief, ignoring all the we the people rhetoric that aren't even we the people. Don't worry about them. I wouldn't. I would say he needs to do everything that God leads him to do and block all the noise out. They aren't part of us. They've gone rogue. They're possessed. This is a once in a lifetime thing. It is the biggest thing any human being has ever done for America, probably, in the state that America now is in. It's impossible, and it's because it's miraculous. And it is worth more than 2 more years good years as a president, and also Israel. If it's within our power to do it and we help Israel, that's a huge blessing, huge. No one can come against us. If you're not poking God in the eye and you're blessing his people with all you can that's in your power to do it, then nothing can stop us. And that's my opinion. And look, if he loses the midterms or if he doesn't, either way, I think they're going to go after him. And so, wouldn't he need all the blessings he can muster, gain in his favor by blessing Israel, giving them more money? And you know that's going to make everybody more mad, which is good. Who do you serve, Mr. President? Do you serve demons that aren't even real Americans anymore? Or do you serve God? Are you afraid of those humans that are possessed? Or do you fear and revere God? And I pray that, Trump, and I already know Trump isn't afraid of those people and he's not all this and that, what I'm saying. I already know all that, but I don't know if part of his party might be pressuring him, or maybe he feels under pressure because he does have so much power that he feels like he should be a little lenient, but I don't think so. This is his one last time, his one last chance, and he's got to live here too. He's got to go back to New York, and he's got to really stick it to him. And God is on our side because we're doing the right thing, and we don't need to pay attention. I saw on the Rubin report, this little clip, how Tucker's ratings are way, way down to 7% when they had been 50 or 40 something, and how something about Trump ratings are still high or whatever. So I would say for an extra boost of blessings and miracles, if we have more money laying around, hey, give it to Israel. If you don't, the Democrats are going to steal it all. So you might as well just give all that you can to Israel. And I don't know if they got to vote on stuff like that to pass it, but if not, then I would do it, because when 2 years is up, that nobody can get that money back once we've given it to Israel. And like I said, if he can do that without a vote, how do they get what they get as it is right now that we give them? How do they get it? How did they get that passed? Was it just the decision of whoever and nothing can stop them? If so, I would give them even more money. Give them as much money as you can. And don't worry about the midterms would be my advice and opinion, because what President Trump is doing right now, and Bibi, and especially this war, is expensive. Israel needs more money to get Lebanon, because Lebanon is a huge threat too, like Iran. And we need Lebanon under control. We need that whole area, West Bank, Jordan, all of them terrorists. Because guess what? They're everywhere. Once Middle East is squared away, they're good as gold. They will never allow that again. And what's going to happen on the rest of the world with all these Islamists wanting to take over? I don't know. But it needs to be cleaned up. And I pray God deports them all easily, in Jesus' name. And the American citizens that are for capitalism and anti-constitution democracy capitalism, Lord, I pray they get thrown in prison for treason and crimes and hate speech and all kinds of good stuff. Yeah. Y'all, I think we're going to go out big at the last Trump. But like I said, if it's not the last Trump and there's another president, then bless the Lord. But I'm hoping it's the last Trump. It's awfully... Now, because the first Trump was Trump Pence, and we all thought, oh, it's the Trump. And it wasn't. It was a skip. And then now... And then what else was I thinking? Anyway, I don't remember. But yeah. So I would read Habakkuk chapter 2 and Nahum chapter 1. And like I said, when these books read like Israel, God's mad at Israel and you're doing this and that. No, all that is over. All that is history in the Bible. They'll never get that punished again. It's insert the world. Country, bad country, bad country, bad country, bad. So when you read that, I would read, Habakkuk chapter 2 is good for our and their benefit. But, and then what did I say? Nahum chapter 1 is for like our lamenting or our benefit or something. But anyway, yeah, I mean, if you're a Christian, the blessings are for you as well and the good things God says. But if you're bad, then that bad stuff is talking to you, not the Jews anymore, because they already did it. God already did it to them. See? But there's still prophecies as far as some of them still have not. Some parts of them still haven't been fulfilled. Like Zechariah is a horrible... I don't think a lot of that has been fulfilled, but I mean, it could be just talking about the bad Jews, like that Noah guy, Noah something, and how like, what's his name? Epstein, he was a bad Jew. Soros, he's a bad Jew. It's probably those kind of Jews, just like there were bad Jewish kings. And yeah, so, okay, that's all I think I got to say. Bye.